So today we're gonna make deodorant. So yesterday I did a short on how you clean old deodorant containers. So these have been cleaning and I took off the stickers. And I already put this one back together, but I figured I would show you guys how to do it. So the deodorant containers that I have the second piece that goes in here. So just make sure it's dried off, and then so you see this little thing in the middle, you have to get that into that middle circle there. See it? So you just put it on there. You got to use a little bit of pressure, and it's on there, right? And now you have to make sure it's all the way down. So when you put the new deodorant in there, it's all the way at the bottom. First step, we're going to take some coconut oil and we're going to put 2/3 cup into a microwave safe bowl. And then you're going to do 2/3 cup of your wax. I'm using Candelilla. I don't know how to say that, but that's what I have on hand, so that's what I'm using. You're going to put 2/3 cup into the bowl with the coconut oil. All right. And now we're going to put 4 tablespoons of shea butter. And I just got this off of Amazon. So I'm going to put 4 tablespoons in here. So this is number 4. All right. So now we have 2/3 cup coconut oil, 2/3 cups wax, and 4 tablespoons of shea butter in this bowl. And now what we're going to do is we're going to microwave it for like 1 to 3 minutes, depending on how long it takes to get the wax out. So we're going to check it after. We're going to put it in for like 1.5 minutes, and then we'll check it. So this is 1.5 minutes, and as you can tell, it's not quite melted. So I'm going to put it back in for another minute or so. So I ended up putting it in for about 2.5 minutes total, and it's all melted now. So we're going to leave that aside, and we're going to get another bowl and do our dry ingredients. I forgot to tell you too, the liquid, you have to put your 15 to 20 drops of essential oil. I'm using this Refresh from Pure Daily Care Synergy Blends collection. It was gifted to me. I don't even know where they got it. But in this, it has mint, spearmint, eucalyptus, rosemary, sweet orange, and lemon. So I'm going to put 15 to 20 drops in here. There we go. And now we'll do our dry ingredients. Okay, so I don't have any cornstarch, but if you had some and you wanted to use it, you could put 4 tablespoons in this bowl. If you don't have cornstarch, you can just add more arrowroot powder. So it's 2/3 cup arrowroot powder, but I'm going to do 2/3 cup plus 4 tablespoons to substitute for the cornstarch because I don't have any. Now this recipe doesn't call for any baking soda because I have sensitive skin, and anything with baking soda in it gives me a rash and it's very itchy. And I did a blog post a long time ago, I want to say over a year ago, about all the different natural deodorants, and I'll leave a link below to that blog post so you can read it for yourself if you don't want to make your own. But in the beginning, they were all great. Like, I used it and I thought it was wonderful. And then after a few months, I started developing a rash because they all have baking soda. Well, most of them do. So I found one, I think it was Oil of Olay or Dove, zero aluminum. So at least it didn't have aluminum in it. And I've been using that for probably about a year to 8 months to a year. And I started developing itchiness in my armpit. It wasn't like red or irritated or anything, but it was just itchy all the time. So I've decided now just to make my own to see if that helps. So that's the backstory about why I'm making my own deodorant and why it doesn't have baking soda. But feel free to Google other recipes. There is some with baking soda out there if your skin's not sensitive. So So back to the recipe. We're gonna put 2/3 cup arrowroot in here plus 4 tablespoons. And again, if you have cornstarch, you can put the 4 tablespoons of cornstarch in here. And I'm gonna leave the recipe below so you'll have it. So here's the arrowroot powder I'm using. I'm using organic, you can use whatever, but I did get it off of Amazon. So just Google, or not Google, just search for arrowroot powder. Now, to this bowl, let's see, we have our arrowroot powder and your cornstarch if that's what you want. So now we're gonna just stir it up. And now we're going to add it to our melted wax. So we're just going to add it in here and whisk it. So make sure it's all incorporated. Just keep stirring and stirring. So I'm going to keep stirring this and I'll let you know when it's finished and I'll show you what it looks like. So here's what mine looks like. And now we're ready to pour it. I mean, my spoon has a little bit of chunks on it and there might be a little bit of chunks in here, but I think it's okay. So now we're going to put it into our deodorant tubes. But I'm going to put it into this little this measuring cup because it has a spout. So I think that'll be, all right, so I have most of it in there. So I'm just going to pour it into my deodorant sticks. And I made a mess, but I'll clean that up. It's already thickening up quite a bit. So I guess you gotta work fairly quickly with this stuff. Here's one and here's two. So now you just let it sit for it says 1 to 2 hours, but I think it's gonna be a lot less time than this. And now you have your own homemade sensitive skin deodorant.